Hey guys, this is part 34 of my video story, and we are now into May. I know in the last video I actually said March, but I can assure you it's definitely May. So first of all, just quickly say that the Tour de Bretagne, which hadn't quite finished the last video, was won by Simon in the end. No real change. So that's that. So first of all, we're going to look at the schedule for May. Not the busiest month, unfortunately not too many races for us, but we've got enough to keep us busy. First of all, we've got the Tour of the Gila, obviously, which starts today. First race on the North American calendar, which we have got. I think we're doing pretty much every race in North America, so it's a lot of work for the Americans and the Canadians to get through. Then we have the Circuit de Wallonie, which is a pretty tough one-day race in Belgium. And then the Tour de Picardy, which is the sponsor goal. I think the sponsor goal is a stage win, but I'm not entirely sure. All three stages are completely flat, so not the most exciting race in the world, but something for the sprinters. The Tour of California, obviously a massive race, which is made slightly less massive by the fact there won't be any World Tour teams there, but we'll see. I doubt it'll be easy to win, even if it's just the Pro Conti teams there. There'll still be most of the best riders will be picked for that race, I would imagine. And again, sponsor goal I think is top 5, which definitely should be possible. The Lincoln GP is the next race in the British Premier calendar. Again, hills and cobbles, although the cobbles aren't particularly hard in real life, but obviously on the game they are. And then a bit of a gap to the An Post Ras, obviously in Ireland. Pretty much registered for that just for Stephen Kelly, so he better not let us down there. He's got to win every stage. Well, quite a few anyway. And then a couple of one-day races. Boucle de l'Aulne in France, and then the Tallinn Tartu Grand Prix in Estonia, which is for Jurycas, of course, who will hope to go well there. So I think that's that. Have a quick look at the riders that are doing it. So as I said, the Tour of the Gila. As I said, all the 7 North Americans we have, because Cuba technically is kind of North America. We'll do all the American races, even though they probably. I mean, Hashir, for example, he's not fit. This race doesn't really suit him, but I'm sure he'd rather do that than be sitting around. So it's still a home race. So we've got the 7 North Americans, and then the 8th place will go to whoever I feel will be the most useful for a particular race. And this one it's Meek, because he's top shape. Obviously a very good climber. So we'll see what he can do there. Circuit de Wallonie, Van Maxfield obviously. It's a Belgian race, so who's always going to do it. Then we've got Fischer, Gombok, De Pavine, Varga, Kelly, Heikkinen and De Vries. It is, as I said, a cobbled race, so the likes of Fischer and Gombok can't do cobbles, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Might be quite good. Then Tour de Picardy. I will again be Fischer, Bakker, De Pavine, Mujagic, Zoltan, Jurycas, Heikkinen and Douglas. The race is completely flat, so people like Douglas, Mujagic, Fischer, not really a lot for them, but there are a few hills here and there, and there's King of the Mountains to be won, so why not? California, as I say, all the North Americans again, plus Yamad. He's the 8th rider there, because of the long time trial, which is stage 6. It is uphill at the end, so Yamada's not particularly strong at hills, but you never know. He may go okay. Lincoln GP will be Meek, Van Maxfield, Varga, St. Ledger, Kelly, Bauer, Bertels and De Vries. With the cobbles, probably Varga will be the leader there, but Van Maxfield's useful as well, of course. And Post Ras is Fischer, Van Maxfield, Kelly, Bauer, Natanga, Bertels, Heikkinen and Douglas. Really not too many mountains, obviously, at this point of the season. Apart from this stage of Gila and the one in California. We have to wait till one one mountain stage in Slovakia and one in Slovenia. But really the mountain races don't start till July. But plenty of mountains in the second half of the season, so don't worry, guys, climbers that are, you're upset because you're not doing any mountain stages. They'll come later in the season, I promise. And then the final 2 races of the month, just quickly, are obviously both one-day races. And as you can see, only Bekele, Mujagic and Varga are doing both, so a big goal for Juricast, that one, so definitely hoping to win that, and obviously Zoltan will be hoping to win the French race, but it is quite a tough race. So that's the schedule. We've had a bit of natural progression, and everyone's replied nice and quickly, so everyone's got their stat upgrades ready, which in particular is useful for Hashir, who's in this race. So the first stage is a big summit finish, not the longest stage, only 137, and not the hardest in terms of total amount of climbing, but once we get onto this final climb it's going to hurt, it's going to rip the race to pieces. The rest of the race, a long flat stage, then a very long, well, fairly long hilly time trial, then a flat stage, and then a hilly stage at the end. So it's got a bit of everything in this race. You have to be a very good stage racer to take out the overall here. Our team, as I said, Rodriguez. The plan is that Rodriguez is the leader here. I mean, 75 mountain, 73 hill, he can time trial as well, so even though he's not American, he's going to have to take the lead, because none of our Americans are actually climbers. I mean, Bennett's okay, but he's not going to win a race like this. Meek is also in top shape, so he fancies the king of the mountains, I believe, so we'll give that a go. But there's Bennett as well. Cassidy will just be a domestique here, as will Van der Velde. And obviously the Americans will be going crazy, so Hashir is our sprinter, but he's terrible fitness. I don't know what he'll be able to do really, but we'll see. Obviously the plan today is to get Rodriguez, Meek and Meek up there on the final climb. The rest might as well just take it a bit easy, save energy for the rest of the race. So I'll come back. Maybe get Gibson into the break today. I don't think Gibson's had a breakaway yet this season, so we'll see. We're on to the final climb here. We have 7 kilometres to go, and we have a group of 4 that have gone off the front, thanks to Bennett's high pace. We've got Nose, Rodriguez and Meek, who's -5, as he tends to be on these stages for some bizarre reason. He's not the opposite of Bauer. But yeah, we've got Bennett doing the pace here. We didn't manage, no one got into the breakaway in the end. We just weren't allowed. We've got Diagnan, who's actually the next best climber here, trying to catch back up, and then Sevilla and Craddock, and the rest are quite a long way back. So obviously Rodriguez is our leader today. Don't know what Meek's really got in the tank, but we'll see. This is the steep part. It might be worth Rodriguez going for it here, to be honest. See if Meek can protect. I don't know what he can do exactly, but I don't think he's going to be able to help there, is he? Go Ryan. Go Ryan. Right, where's Meek? He needs to go self-effort now. Although Diagnan's caught up. Bennett needs to drop so that... There we go. Clever, you see. Tactics. Now he's going to ride up to Meek's wheel on his own. Right, so 2.5 kilometres to go. Rodriguez is doing what needs to be done here. I think he's as good as Nose time trialling. Diagnan is a better time trialist. And obviously Craddock is a very good time trialist. So certainly not going to be clinched that easily, but just such a shame Meek was -5 today. I swear he was -5 on the mountain stage in Taiwan as well. Well, there was no mountain stage, but you know, the Queen stage. So Rodriguez comes up to the line. That's how you climb, boys. Great stuff. Meek has caught nose. Is he going to get his nose in front? No, nose is in. Then Dignan. If I was paying attention, I maybe could have out-sprinted him with Bennett. Dignan 4th, Bennett 5th. Then it'll be Sevilla, Craddock, Haga. And then the rest of the top 10 will be Zabaya and maybe Oyola. Manions up here, Schumacher. Bennett just blew them all away. So, yeah, all I got all the rest of our guys somewhere. Come back on the results screen and we'll see what happens. Well, I said that stage would blow the race to pieces, but I have to say I wasn't expecting gaps that big. Rodriguez has pulled out over a minute on his closest rival, nearly 2 minutes on Dignan and nearly 2.5 on Craddock. You know, with the time trial coming up, Craddock's going to be a dangerous rider still, even at that distance. So. But I think what happened was they just Bennett hit the front almost as soon as the climb started, and the other climbers were just too far back in the group by the time they realised. So, and that was that. Bennett did brilliantly. He was actually the top American. So, success there. The rest of our guys came in all over the place. Mike Smith climbed well. But he is a decent climber, you know, 65 mountains, not too bad. Cassidy, Gibson, Hashir, and then Van der Velde was somewhere back here. Bearing in mind Van der Velde is 51 mountain. It's not actually that bad. Obviously Rodriguez has all the jerseys now. Any chance of Meek and Bennett being allowed into breakaways to win the King of the Mountains jerseys have gone. They're not actually only stage 5. There's one categorised climb tomorrow, but it's really stage 5 that's going to decide the King of the Mountains. So yes, we'll see. Maybe by then Bennett will have lost a bit more time. He can't time trial particularly well, but I think we'll just concentrate on the GC from now on. So well done, Ryan. Next up is a flat stage, but it's a long one, 205.5 kilometres. So the stamina is definitely going to be a factor here. Thankfully most people got an easy ride yesterday, so their recovery shouldn't be too badly affected. I don't know if Hashir is going to be able to do anything. His fitness isn't great, although it's actually gone back up to 3, so it's something. Try and get a guy in the break, and then see how we'll do at the end with Hashir. We'll come back just for the final sprint. We have 4.5 kilometres to go here. We are preparing for a bunch sprint without a sprinter because Hashir is just dead. It's just taking too much out of him, although I don't know what he's made. He's supposed to be following Cassidy, but you know what, never mind. He just went through Partridge there. Yeah, looks like Gibson is in a good place here. Go, Mark Bennett. Go! Check Gibson out here. Gibson is so following Hado. Right, Cassidy, Hashir is finally coming. Meek's looking good here. And then where's my yellow? There's the yellow jersey. Being looked after by his fellow Canadian. Bennett is just a beast. Look at him go. Hashir's dead. Dead, I say. Gibson hasn't even... that's frustrating. So up at the front, Bennett is still in the lead, and worryingly the closest guy to him is Cassidy. What the... where's Hado gone? Okay, Mark Bennett wins. Yeah. I have absolutely no idea what just happened. Bennett, you right, that was silly. I'll admit that. So Bennett wins. Rodriguez and Haydo left it too late. Cassidy got 4. Not a clue. Gibson 8th. So there you go. Lost for words. Answers on a postcard for what happened there. Wow. So Mark Bennett is not only the 4th best climber here, but he's the quickest sprinter. He's putting on a show for the Americans here. Rodriguez 2nd, Haydo, Cassidy, Stuyven. Gibson was 8th. 2 Tylers in a row. Hashir was 12th. I don't know whether it was the stamina that killed him or the hills. I mean, there was a fairly steep hill not far from the end. Something killed Hashir. I don't know what it was. Meek 14th. And then Rodriguez, Smith and Van der Vaart. Everyone came home safely. Just 2 Garneau riders last time. So Bennett gains a few bonus seconds, which puts him 10 seconds clear of Deignan heading into the time trial. But no other changes. So, yes, time trial next. What happens? So the time trial is 38 kilometres. Big hill in the first part, and then a nice big descent in the second half. So it's going to be difficult for effort management, but we're going to push quite hard in the first part. What I will do here is come back once. Obviously we've got 3 guys in the top 4, so I'll come back once those 3 are into the last few kilometres. Actually, it's back down to 4 now. How does that work? Anyway, yeah, I'll come back once the last 3, Meek, Bennett and Rodriguez, are into the last few kilometres. I best hope for a result today is Van der Velde, but we'll see. I'll come back, as I say, towards the end. I won't show everyone, it's too long a time trial. Right, we're into the closing stages of the time trial here. As you can see at the moment, Stefan Schumacher is leading by a mile ahead of Jason McCartney, and then Nick Van der Velde, who was the leader for a heck of a long time. He's 27 seconds down, and Baldwin and Mike Smith, who is just God. Is there anything this man can't do? No. I mean, he's 65 and everything, so no. Gibson is also in the top 10 somehow. He's just been pushed down. Who was that? Hager has gone 7th. Craddock hasn't crossed the line yet. Here he is. It's the final kilometre. This should be around about McCartney, I would imagine. Yep, 2nd, 14. So, pretty good. The time trial is obviously one where our guys are so quick in the first part because we push up the climb and then lose a lot of time in the second half. At the moment we've got 7 of our guys in the top 7, and then Hashir just peeking in there. Bearing in mind Hashir's 50 time trial kind of shows you the advantage you have. Sevilla goes 10th at 51. Looks like we're going to have to lift the effort up. There's a lot of descending in this second half, so we'll go 70 with everyone. Rodriguez, I've actually caught and passed Nose just at the top of the climb, which is a pretty good effort. Bennett is going to have to go quicker here. What was Deignan's time? 14th. Come on, Mark, let's go. Mark Bennett goes 3rd at 18. He can't time trial, so it's rather amazing. Come on, Meek. Boom. Meek goes 2nd at 1. You are joking me. That's just not fair, is it? 2nd at 1. Can Rodriguez beat Schumacher? He was 1 minute 41 up on Schumacher at the first time check. And he's still going pretty well. Nose goes 19th. Rodriguez wins the time trial by 25 seconds. Wow. Again, that's pretty unrealistic, but it's because it's hilly in one half and then downhill in the other. It's quite easy to go fast in these time trials, so I am very surprised by that though. But yeah, I mean Rodriguez, Meek and Bennett are in peak shape as well, don't forget that. So even on a flat time trial, that have gone quite well. Van der Velde was 7th, Smith 10th, Gibson 15th, Cassidy 23rd, and Hashir 113th. GC then, obviously, we've got 1st, 2nd, and Bennett has just overtaken Nose to get 3rd. Who knows what's going on here? Craddock has moved up to 5th, then Dijkman, Sevilla, Harger, Schumacher, and Zabaya in the top 10. We points jersey, climbers jersey, and white jersey we have at the moment as well, so it's all good. 2 stages to go, 1 flat, 1 hilly, which will be in the next video. We'll finish it off. We should be able to win this race, let's be honest, from here. Rodriguez is a decent hill climber as well, so you shouldn't have too many problems here. But that'll be the next video, as well as the Circuit de Wallonie. So join me next time, and thanks for watching.